This is Top Accolade Global News Updates. I am Soybifa Jagarich. Ukraine's top commander said on Sunday's Kyiv's outnumbered troops had fallen back to new positions west of three villages on the eastern front where Russia has concentrated significant forces in several locations. The statement by Colonel General Oleksandr Syrskyi reflected Ukraine's deteriorating position in the east that Kyiv hopes it can stabilize once it takes delivery of U.S. weapons under a $61 billion aid package approved this week. President Volodymyr Zelensky issued a fresh plea to international partners to speed arms delivery so Kyiv could maintain its position and disrupt Russian plans. He said he spoke on Sunday with U.S. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries and underscored that Patriot systems are needed and as soon as possible. Syrskyi said Kyiv's troops had taken up new positions west of the village of Berichi and Semenivka, both north of Avdiivka and Novomikhailivka, further south near the town of Marinka. Freshly rested Ukrainian brigades were being rotated in those areas to replace units that had suffered losses, he said. The statement did not mention the status Novobakhmutivka, another village near Berichi, that Russia's defense ministry said on Sunday its forces had captured. Moscow's troops have been slowly advancing since capturing the bastion town of Avdiivka, taking advantage of Ukrainian shortages of artillery shells and manpower. Online battlefield maps produced by open source intelligence analysts suggest they have advanced more than 15 kilometers, that is 9.5 miles, in the direction of the village of Osharentin since capturing Avdiivka. Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez said on Monday that after a period of reflection about his future, he had decided to come out to continue as the country's leader. Sanchez said he had informed King Felipe VI of his decision. His decision to continue draws a line under a week in which Spanish politics was thrown into further turmoil by the prospect of facing another fractious parliamentary vote to choose a new prime minister or even a fourth general election in 5 years. Sanchez, 52, surprised both foes and allies alike when he said on Wednesday he was taking several days away from public duty to consider quitting, provoking large demonstrations from his followers in the country over the weekend. He made his announcement on the same day a court said it would investigate his wife, Bigona Gomez, for influence peddling and business corruption, allegations he said were false and orchestrated by his conservative opponents. Financial details of Shell's vast oil and gas trading business are some of the company's closest held secrets. Documents in a lawsuit filed by a former employee, however, revealed in its U.S. crude trading regularly earns around $1 billion every year. Testimony by a former head of Shell's U.S. crude trading division, filed in a Texas state court, has offered a rare look at the huge profits of its trading operations and the multi-million dollars bonuses bestowed on traders. John Demich, who was a manager in Shell's crude oil trading group in Houston for 11 years, said in a deposition last year that the crude trading units typically made between $950 million to $1 billion a year. That is between 13% and 15% of Shell's overall U.S. pre-tax profits in recent years, according to calculations based on companies' filings. Shell's 2022 tax contribution report detailed a pre-tax profit of just over $7 billion total in the U.S. that year, while its 2021 pre-tax profit stood at about $6.36 billion. A Shell spokesperson declined to comment. The British oil major does not disclose the financial performance of its oil and gas trading desk, the world's largest. Although the lack of information worries some investors, the business can generate bumper profits but can be volatile and even post losses. Traders make money by buying and selling oil and gas using gaps in supply and demand around the world to lock in profits. Their pay often includes promises of large bonuses based on their performance that can be more than CEO Will Sawan's annual bonus, which was £2.7 million, that is $3.4 million last year, according to the latest annual reports. In the Houston court's filing, Shell denied a breach of contract claimed by former trading manager Eva Maria Fern, who sought $15 million, including $6 million for 2021's bonus. She received a more than $5 million bonus in 2020 for her work the previous year. Ukraine said on Monday the Telegram messaging app had restored access to a number of chat bots used by Ukraine security agencies to collect information about Russia's war efforts after the service was briefly suspended. The Dubai-based Telegram app, founded by Russian-born Pavel Durov, blocked a number of bots used by Ukraine to fight back against Russia's full-scale invasion, Kyiv's military spy agency GUR said in a statement shortly after midnight. A Telegram bot is an automated feature that allows the app's user to submit or ask for information. Some of the bots run by Ukraine's government allow people to report the whereabouts of Russian military hardware and personnel inside Ukraine. The GUR had said the management of the Telegram platform unreasonably blocked a number of official bots that have opposed Russia's military aggression against Ukraine, including the GUR bot. By morning, Ukraine's Center for Strategic Communication said that 3 affected bots used by Ukraine's SBU security service, GUR and Digital Ministry for the war effort had been unblocked. A Telegram spokesperson said bots were temporarily disabled due to a false positive. Bots have since been reinstated without giving further details. Last week, the Telegram founder said his company had received an official request from Apple on certain changes pertaining to general news and propaganda channels accessible to Ukrainian users. He added at the time that the company would still ban accounts and bots that collect coordinates to target strikes or post direct personal information with calls to violence. Telegram is widely used as a source of information in Ukraine and Russia, and being a go-to place for posting and assessing unfiltered information about the war. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky posts his daily video addresses on the map, while his armed forces use it to warn Ukrainians of incoming airstrikes and to document battlefield developments. Philip Morris International's goal for heated tobacco in the United States are reachable, analysts and investors say, even though rivals see limited potential in a market where vaping dominates. The world's biggest tobacco company by market value will launch its flagship heated tobacco device, IQOS, in the US in the second quarter, developing the brand pretty much from scratch. IQOS is already the top-selling heated tobacco device globally and is central to PMI's efforts to transform its image from a cigarette maker to a company driving the shift to healthier options. Rival British American Tobacco has said it does not see huge potentials for heated tobacco in the US, where vaping is dominant. 2 analysts and 1 investor in PMI said they see an opportunity for PMI in the US. PMI, Philip Morris Internationals, has poured most of the more than $12.5 billion it has spent so far on smoking alternatives into IQOS development. Heated tobacco devices heat up sticks of ground up tobacco without burning them in an attempt to avoid the harmful chemical released via combustion. Its US rollout will be a key test of the device's ability to appeal to smokers across different markets. If successful in the US, Philip Morris Internationals would get a substantial base of new profitable users and a hefty income stream. Philip Morris Internationals estimate the total US industry profit pool at around $20 billion. That is the size of top accolade global news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Monday.